The sun dipped below the horizon, casting a warm, golden glow over the orchard. Rows of trees stretched out before her, heavy with fruit that seemed to shimmer in the fading light. This was no ordinary orchard, however. It was said that among these branches lay the most succulent and forbidden fruit one could find. Ava had heard tales of this place since she was a child, stories whispered between giggles and stolen glances. The fruit here was rumored to be intoxicatingly sweet, capable of ensnaring even the most steadfast heart in its seductive embrace. It was no surprise, then, that she found herself standing at the entrance to this orchard on a warm summer's eve, her curiosity piqued by the allure of the forbidden. As she stepped through the archway and into the rows of trees, Ava felt a thrill run down her spine. The air here seemed charged with an electric energy, as though the very fruit hung heavy with desire. She couldn't help but reach out and pluck one from a low-hanging branch, its velvety skin pressing against her fingertips. It was then that she saw him tall and lean, with eyes like pools of dark chocolate that seemed to see straight into her soul. He stood amidst the trees, his gaze fixed upon her with an intensity that made her heart race. His name was Kalen, a native of these lands who had spent his life in the shadows of this very orchard. Ava and Kalen began meeting under the boughs of the ancient trees each night, their conversations flowing like wine as they shared stories of their lives. They were from different worlds, she a visitor from the city. He a descendant of the land's original inhabitants, but that only seemed to make their connection all the more powerful. Their love affair blossomed amidst the rows of fruit-laden trees, each night bringing them closer together as they explored the depths of their desire. The taste of the forbidden fruit became a symbol of their passion, its sweetness a reminder of the intoxicating allure that drew them together. But their happiness was not to last. As news of their love affair spread through the village, the townspeople began to whisper. They were scandalized by the coupling of city and native, their disapproval growing louder with each passing day until it became a roar that could no longer be ignored. Ava and Kalen found themselves at the center of a storm they couldn't control. Society's expectations weighed heavily upon them, threatening to tear them apart. And yet, despite the mounting pressure, they clung to one another like the fruit that had first brought them together. In the end, it was their love for each other that saved them. As they stood before the villagers, hands entwined and hearts beating in unison, they made a vow to continue loving one another regardless of what lay ahead. And so, with the taste of the forbidden fruit still lingering on their lips, Ava and Kalen stepped into the unknown future together, their love stronger for having faced the challenges that threatened to tear them apart. "The end!"